What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? Well, it was good while it lasted. Y'all should know, if you listen to my videos, I talked about this Facebook group, Black Progressives versus Black Conservatives debate group. They actually kicked me out earlier this week, and I requested back in. They let me back in, and they kicked me out again. This time, I'm assuming for good. It was good while it lasted. Now, this is indicative. Oh, crooked. Hold on. This is indicative of this discussion in the black community. You know, you can't have a discussion in the black community. The progressives will shut it down. You know, they say they want to debate. They don't want to debate. They want to yell and scream, call you coon, sell out, Uncle Tom. This is what they do best. This is what the black progressive does. This is what the Shine does. This is what the Akata does. You know, I would post in the group, and, you know, my threads would do numbers. The thing is, what they were mad at, the black conservatives ran the group because they couldn't help themselves. Like, they couldn't ignore what we said. You know what I mean? I can see a black progressives post and not say anything. I'm like, I don't want to comment on it. I'm like, it's too dumb for me to comment. They see a post from me or any of the other black conservatives, they go ape shit. They chimp out. It's a digital chimp out. Every time. It's crazy. They would make threads about me. This one user, this female, would make threads about me, at me every day, asking me to answer this question, Damon. Answer this question. What are you doing about the black community, Damon? Like, this is the black liberals. This is how they look at things. You can't critique the black community unless you say you're doing something for the black community. Like, if you're doing right, you know what I mean? If you're making progress as a human being, you're doing something for the black community by default. You see what I'm saying? This is what the Shine doesn't get. If you're doing good, if you're taking care of your children, you're trying to raise them correctly, you're not out here being a degenerate, then you're contributing. If every member of the community looked at themselves like that way, they would be doing fine. This is what they constantly ask you. Black progressives are so afraid of losing their grip on, you know, the political grip on aka the black culture community, whatever you want to call it. They're the key enforcers of the groupthink. They are buffer Negroes. They are the definition of buffer Negroes. Like, how do you kick somebody out of a debate group? Because you don't like what they're saying. How can you get mad at people will get mad at me. Like, literally get mad at me. People will say they want to shoot me, hang me, and all this other crazy shit. For what? Over words in a Facebook group? Because I don't believe exactly what you want to believe? Now, this is what I want to tell the Shine. Like, say if there's a destination, you know, and everybody lines up at the beginning of the road, you know what I'm saying? And the road has windy ways. There's many ways to get to the same destination. And we all start the same place. Now, we take off running to go to the same place. And I think, man, hey, man, I'm going to take a left here, and I'm going to go here because I think it's a shortcut, it's a quicker way to go, and it's a better way to go. The black progressive won't let you do that. They want everybody in the black community to follow the same path they are, whether right or wrong. It doesn't matter how, they're so concerned with the path and not the destination. You know, if they were concerned with the destination, which the destination here is strengthening the black community, making better progress in the black community, you know, increasing black wealth, then they wouldn't care how you get there as long as you get there. In the words of KRS-One, a car or a train, but I don't care as long as I get there. They don't care. I don't even think they care if we get there, because if we don't get there, they can continue to complain and cry about white supremacy and this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? But I want to get there. I want all of us to get there. You see what I'm saying? But they don't want you to get there because you're not following the same path they did. That's the problem with these people. And yes, I said these people, because there's nothing but the black liberals that do this. The buffer Negroes, and the buffer Negroes in the black progressive versus black conservative debate group that do this shit. I couldn't even understand it. Well, anyway, this is my ode to you guys. You guys take care in the group. I appreciate you letting me be in there for a little bit. I hope I made some contacts. I really appreciate that. It's an eye opener to how the community thinks, and we've got a long way to go. Because if that's indicative, and I think it is indicative how the general black community works, man, we're so lost. We're so lost. You know what I mean? We're so concerned with you're so concerned with the groupthink. You're not even worried about the destination. You're not worrying about success. You know what I mean? You're so worried about white people. Like, you would think in a black group, like, you wouldn't talk about white people as much. But that's the opposite. And it's been in a lot of Facebook groups. I've noticed this trend before. You know, you label a black group, they do nothing but talk about white people. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, everything, Trump this, Trump that, like, what, like, racism that, this is racist. Like, anytime there was, like, a, an event concerned a white person, and it somehow had some, like, scent, the smell of racism, they'd be right on it. But when you bring up Chicago or any other, I hate to make Chicago a meme, but there are people dying there every day, every weekend. There's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people dead. And they're so, and some of the people that live there are so, oh, you don't live here, man. Like, but you guys, that's the thing. We don't live there. Y'all live there. You're almost, what's the word for it? Y'all are accustomed to it. You think that's the way of life. No, that shouldn't be the way y'all be living out there. You see what I'm saying? They don't get that. I don't know, man. We got a long way to go, man. It's terrible. It really, really is. It's tough, being black in today's world. It's almost, you gotta worry about other people, that people that look like you, more than anybody else, I think. And if you don't think a certain way, man, you're gonna get labeled an enemy, and threatened with your life, and like try to get ostracized from groups and stuff like that. Like, I take, like, one of my philosophies of life is, like, when you walk in a room, I don't ever want to think I'm the smartest person. You know what I mean? Even though maybe I am, but I never think I'm the smartest person in the room, because I can always learn something from anybody. You know what I mean? It could be a total You know what I mean? You would think a person might not be, you know, book smart. He might not have the paper on the wall. You know what I mean? But you can still learn something from that person because you haven't lived in their shoes. You know what I mean? You haven't lived their life experience. So that's why this is why I don't get why black progressives want to, well, I do know why, because the white liberal tells them so. But it doesn't make sense for the black progressives to shut out black conservatives just because there's difference in philosophy. You should be able to take something from their philosophy, and I mean, likewise, I can do the same. But you know, it hardly ever gets that far because, you know, the buffer Negroes is so well trained by the white liberal, and they live on that Democratic plantation. Yes, I'm going all the way in on you, Shines, because you guys are a bunch of nothing but well-trained monkeys. This is what it is. It don't even get that far because y'all block it. You know what I'm saying? Shines. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotep.